greed is good, and greed will save that other malfunctioning corporation called the USA.
The economy is in free fall, and no one's sure where rock bottom is. And as the mortgage crisis and mounting job losses melt away the American dream, another fundamental economic problem is being exposed: America's debt epidemic.
Middle-class America is under attack.
We begin then.
Elizabeth Warren is a Harvard law professor in charge of the oversight panel monitoring the government's $700 billion banking bailout. She's also a leading expert on consumer debt.
Should we feel sorry for people who are buried in credit card debt?
To me, it's not about feeling sorry. It's about understanding the economic realities. The median American family has tried to hold on to an American dream that their parents could easily afford on one income, and today's family can't pay for on two. They need to make it to the end of this month. And if plastic is the way to do that, that's what families have been doing.
It'll take you at this rate to pay off that credit card.
I'm on a lifetime plan at this point. I'll probably be retired.
So who's profiting from this lifelong cycle of debt? We'll show you how the credit industry makes debt pay.
The credit card companies have put the loan sharks out of business.
We see these commercials for credit cards where the happy American freewheeling spender is ready to toss down his plastic and get whatever luxury item he needs. Has there been a shift in the American psyche to where it's acceptable to be carrying large amounts of credit card debt?
Look, there's money to be made in debt. Credit card issuers, banks have made literally trillions of dollars in profits off those credit cards. And that means it's been worthwhile for them to spend billions of dollars over the last 25 years in telling the American people, debt is good, debt is valuable, debt is what responsible people take on, debt is what loving people take on, debt is what successful people take on. Of course it's changed our attitudes. That's what $1 billion will buy you.
You tell a story about a banking executive who said something to you when you were giving a presentation. Describe that to me.
So I was asked by an eager young official at the bank to come present some of my data about, and basically I said, look, if you would just use a credit screen and get rid of this relatively modest percentage of high-risk borrowers, you could cut your bankruptcy losses very easily. And everyone's all excited about it. And then the person in the back of the room raised his hand, and everyone got quiet, and I suddenly realized, there's the guy with all the power.
Are you, buddy? We make the rules, pal.
And he said, all very well, Professor Warren, but those customers are where we're making all our profits.
And what did that say to you?
It's all over. Everyone got up and left. In other words, no one wanted to cut out the people who can't pay.
But if people can't pay their bills, how do the credit card companies make the money? Well, if I can't write the check to MasterCard, how are they making money?
Well, because you write a few checks to MasterCard before you quit. Can't pay doesn't mean never pay a nickel, but pay enough to pay back the basic principal and pay a big chunk of interest on top of that. The reality is, you were probably profitable to them. They made enough money early on in your payments that you were a profitable customer.
These guys are smart guys, though. How could so many of them get it wrong?
Hey, they didn't get it wrong from their point of view. They made big money. Go back and look at the compensation.
What's the toughest question you would pose to these people?
So what do you plan to do now? Here we are. You're rich. But what are the rest of us going to do?
Greed is good, and greed will save that other malfunctioning corporation called the USA.